Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrew and today we're going to talk about curiosity. Make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'm going to share with you 5 simple ways that you can be more curious. So the history of curiosity actually goes way back. You can read about curiosity being discussed in ancient philosophy, in religion, in ancient mythology, and in actually the development of what we call education today. It's a super interesting and complex history, and I actually did my dissertation on curiosity. I spent a lot of time, several years actually, studying curiosity and then conducting research on curiosity in adults. If you're interested in learning any more about that, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video about that in the near future. So let's get into curiosity. So what really is curiosity? Essentially, curiosity is about the desire to know the unknown. So what I want to ask you all is, how do you go about discovering the unknown in your life? Are you someone that likes to read about things and spend lots of time on Google reading every single thing you can, then thinking about it and analyzing it and spending a lot of time in your head, in your mind about these things? Or are you someone that likes to go out into the world, get your hands dirty and start figuring stuff out on your own? Which one are you? Let me know in the comments below. So essentially, these two things I mentioned just now are essentially ways of knowing. So ways of knowing are basically the ways that one goes about the world, collecting information, digesting them, and then analyzing them to then learn new things. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to cut it to two types of knowing, two ways of knowing, okay? The first type is called, for the sake of the video, we're going to call it cognitive or intellectual based, okay? That means that you're someone that likes to collect information through your intellect, through reading or writing, and then digesting that information in your mind through your intellect and reason, and then coming to conclusions that way, okay? Then there's another type, number 2. Type 2 is sensory or perceptual based. This is someone that likes to use their senses to collect information and digest it that way. This might be someone that likes to stare at things, right? Look at interesting things, look at people, digest the world through their eyes. This is also someone that likes to touch things. Maybe textures are a thing for you, right? Smells, auditory things are based in that type of knowing. So which type are you? Let me know. And also, I want to clarify something. There isn't a hierarchy in these ways of knowing, okay? One way of knowing is not better or more than or less than the other, okay? Each one serves a purpose and we usually use both of them at the same time. They inform each other, okay? So don't judge yourself or judge others based on their way of knowing. So let's get into the tips. Tip number 1, find out which type you are. Okay, just knowing and acknowledging for yourself which type you prefer. Are you intellect cognitive based or are you sensory perceptual based? Okay, just knowing that and realizing that for yourself will open up doors for you. Tip 2, follow the lead of what sparks your interest, okay? So when something sparks your interest, when it grabs your attention, it'll usually bring with it enthusiasm and energy. Use that energy, okay? That energy is not something that you can put to the side and say, I'm gonna worry about this tomorrow or I'll become curious again tomorrow. When it's present, when it shows up, follow its lead as best as you can. That will really lead you to so many interesting places. All you have to do is let it. Tip 4, when you come across a mystery, go into it. Ask why, ask how come. Become less comfortable leaving unresolved mysteries in your life. And of course, it's impossible to know all the answers and it's impossible to know everything. But luckily, that's not the point at all. The point is to be engaged with the world. Okay, to ask questions and to explore. You don't need to know everything, and it's impossible to know everything, so it's really good that that's not the point of being curious. Just be engaged with the world. Pro tip, actually, these questions, how, why, how come, can be asked of your interior world as well, aka your thoughts and feelings. Tip number 4, get a friend to join you. You're much more likely to venture into the unknown when you have a friendly, safe face with you. You'll have someone to share the awkwardness, the silliness, and the joy of discovering something new. So if you have a friend and you want to be curious with them, bring them along. Tip 5, lastly, please don't judge yourself. Please don't judge your interests. Please don't put them in an artificial hierarchy as less than or more than. That's just simply not the way it is. No interest is greater than or less than another. And don't compare your interest to someone else. Someone else may have different ways of knowing. Your way of knowing works the best for you and it'll take you to the best places that you need to go. So if something piques your interest, follow that. there's value in it, and you'll be the one to know why there's value there. Okay, y'all. Well, that's it for the tips. I hope these are helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below how they've been helpful for you. Have you been able to implement them, and what's happened because you have implemented them? So if you found this video useful and this content interesting, please leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe. I'll keep coming back to you weekly with really interesting content that will help us learn, grow, and transform. See you next time.